All right, Kines 120 class. Welcome to week 3. What is up? Workout number 1. Let's get into it. We're doing an AMRAP that's as many rounds as possible in 15 minutes. So similar to the workout we did last week where we're doing as many rounds as possible. This time 15 minutes. You're going to start with a 100-meter jog if you have the space. If you don't, we're going to go in place, 25 seconds of high knees. We can do our modified high knees for that as well. Next up, 10 overhead squats, which we'll explain in the movement demo. Going to be very similar to our air squats and front squats with a slight variation, putting a pole or a broom handle overhead. 5 dive bomber push-ups, which we'll show. The alternative to that, we can do our pike push-ups as well. 10 ground TYIs, which we will show. 5 one-leg RDLs, very similar to our seesaw walk. Just going to add some weight if we can. Then 5 broad jumps if you have the space, or vertical jumps if you've got a small amount of space there. Last 20 seconds rest, breathe, recover, then back to the top, running through that for 15 minutes. Here's the movements. All right, first movement, we're going 100-meter jog. If you have some space, get outside, get out, jog for about 100 meters. Try to walk it out if you can, or we can do 25 seconds. We're going high knees, in place, or we can do our modified high knees right here, stepping 1 foot at a time. Just 25 seconds, just get the heart rate up a little bit. All right, for our overhead squats, this is a new movement, but also a squat variation, so similar to what we've done before. We need our broomstick or broom handle, whatever you have. You're gonna press overhead in a wide grip. So right here, you can see if I reach one arm out, one arm straight up, I'm gonna grab that pole and push it overhead, elbows are locked out. From here, reaching up the whole time, we're gonna go into our squat, so hips down and back, keeping the feet on the floor, and then stand. From the side, here's what it looks like. Hips down and back, feet flat on the floor, eyes forward, stand. Make sure we're pressing that stick overhead the whole time. If it comes forward a little bit, like this, try to get it back, so we're reaching towards the ceiling the entire time. All right, for our dive bomber push-ups, similar to our pike push-ups with a little variation. It's gonna be a tough one, so if you can't quite get it, go ahead and just do pike push-ups. But our dive bombers, gonna be right here in our downward dog pike push-up position. You're gonna scoop through without touching the floor like so. Come back up and back to our starting position. So one more time, scoop through without touching the floor. Send the hips up and back to our starting position. Again, if you can't do that, pike push-ups are just fine, just like we did last week. All right, our ground TYIs are a little bit of a different movement. All I want you to think about is squeezing our shoulder blades back with each movement. So you're gonna make a T on the ground first, reach up a little at 45 degrees, make a Y, then reach up overhead to make an I, right? Just like YMCA. So we're going right here on the ground. You're gonna squeeze T, Y, I. Try not to let your hands touch the entire time. One more time. T, Y, I. Just like that. And 1 T, 1 Y, and 1 I will be 1 rep total, all right? So you're gonna run through that total of 10 times each. 10 T's, 10 Y's, 10 I's. For our one-leg RDL, you can have the option of using some weight. Otherwise, we can go with no weight and just do a seesaw walk. But very similar to our seesaw, you're gonna take whatever weight you have, push that same leg back in a straight line, and stand just like so. One more time from the front. I have it in my right hand, so my right leg is gonna go back off the ground, balance in a straight line, stand controlled. You'll go ahead and do 5 on each side, do 5 on your right, then 5 on your left. Last movement is gonna be a vertical or a broad jump depending on your space. If you have a little bit of room, you can do a broad jump, go ahead and do that. Make sure we perform these safely. Otherwise, we'll do a vertical jump. So a broad jump, we're gonna get some space. Make sure you got a little lane in front of you. I want you to load the hips back, So sit back like you're squatting down a little bit, jump out, and land nice and soft with bent knees, all right? We want to absorb that landing, so one more time. Reach back, reach out, land soft to jump as far as you can, all right? Jump further than me. Then last one, vertical jump. So we don't have to go into a full squat, just get a little bit of knee bend right here. Jump up, land with knees bent. One more time from the front. Again, jump up. Absorb that landing. You do not have to go into a full squat. About a half or quarter squat is fine there.